Nico says he doesn't care. He doesn't actually care. How many games? Alright, best of 77 it is then, Nico. We'll see if you care about that. By the way, Dainu, thanks for joining the YouTube channel. I don't know if I said that at the start of another video, but I will say at the start of this one. Cheers, mate. I appreciate that. Clicking that join button, becoming a channel member, or whatever they're called. I've also just queued us up on the wrong map, so let's try that again. Will Farrell, thanks for ordering 50 bits.
Got this.
We'll have to wait and see, Wolf. We'll have to wait and see. Wolf, of course, is the other half of that epic Hoops main duo who wiped the floor with Lethamyr and Torment. This is Nico stepping into 1v1. I meant to put it on US East. Don't worry, guys. You think I've beamed it again, but this is fine. Nico is actually further over to the US West side of things, and OSM being on the western side of Europe, it actually makes US East the better server for the two of them to play on. If we play on Europe, then Nico will have much higher ping than OSM does when we play this on US East. That's why we've decided to do this. This is already planned out. Nico take it to the air for an air dribble, but OSM is going to shut that one down. A couple good saves at the start of the match for OSM. The one thing we do have to look out for is the cheeky strategies that Nico might bring to the table. He had a couple of very cheeky kickoff strats the last time that he was on stream with his buddy Wolf, but not easy to do those when you're soloing. Chance for an open net now. Can Nico put it in? He's bounced into the crossbar. That's a bit of a misplay. Looked like the net was mostly open. Still a lot of pressure for Nico, despite the fact that OSM has held this to 0-0. Nico will not get scored on here either. That's a really well played piece of defense, and he's going to transition straight into a goal. So far, so good for the Hoops main. What a play. He's avoided getting bumped on the back wall. He's avoided driving into the crossbars. I'm sure a lot of people would have done in that play. And not only that, but he's counter-attacked well. He gets a good kickoff win here. Can Nico make something of this? He's going to transition very quickly. Way too fast for OSM. And that's 2-0. OSM backing off into the corner. Perhaps ball pressure was the play. You're not wrong, by the way. OSM's car is incredibly bright. I don't know how else to say this. Nico going to be 3-0 here. He's slotted in an easy shot after OSM's completely missed the ball. And KillOtRL, thanks to the tier 1 sub. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. And our Aaron with 190 bits, no message, just the bits. It's much appreciated, dude. Yeah, so far it looks like doesn't matter. 2v2, 1v1. Nico's just pretty good at hoops, or is it too early to call? Just like regular 1v1, I imagine we will have a lot more goals in this game than we did when OSM, or when Nico was last on the stream playing 2v2 hoops. There's one goal for OSM. And it looks like a bit of a misplay by Nico this time. Is he just 50-50 sideways?
Team training recommendations for a newly formed 3v3 team?
Team training recommendations. Just make sure that you guys do scrims and tournaments as well as ranked, because you're not going to learn too much from ranked. So you are gonna, you're gonna get your mechanics a good workout, but you need to really get into scrims and tournaments if you want to learn a lot in 3v3. That would be my best advice to you. There's lots of little tournaments that you can join these days, even in Rocket League. Get into the, I'm sure you are training for RLCS quals, but yeah, get into RLCS quals if you're not. Absolutely do that. It's a good, fun tournament to be a part of. OSM with a flick opportunity. It's on target. Nico with some very good goalkeeping again. You can tell the mastery, the hours that he's put in are really showing up and helping him out here. There's a couple of moments where I know a lot of players would have driven into the crossbar when they're trying to get saves, but Nico's avoiding that quite well and getting saves after the fact. That's a flip reset from OSM. It's not quite on target. Nico again calculates that it is going to hit the rim and go out of the net. A good win on the race to the boost. OSM is still lurking though, and he had a free shot which does not make it over the top of the rim. It's actually a 2-goal game and a low scoring one. I didn't think it was going to be quite this low scoring, as Nico just blind jumps over OSM. Now Wolf, you might know the answer to this question if you're still here in chat. Is Nico like high rated in regular Rocket League 1v1, or what, do you know what his rank is? Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be quite curious to know what sort of gameplay to expect from him. He seems like he's got some pretty good one spacing. even if it is only game 1. We'll have to wait and see if it continues. But for the most part, he looks like he knows what he's doing for sure. He's been backing off at the right times. He's been challenging at the right times. He's had some good manipulation of 50-50s, good vision. He's keeping an eye on pretty much everything that OSM is doing. That one goal that OSM did score was a 50-50 that he probably shouldn't have gone for. It was more of a strategical thing. He's missed the ball here though, and that is a chance for OSM, which he will not miss. We have a 1-goal game, and it's another misplay from Nico. So he is GC. Yeah, GC in ones. I would like looking at this gameplay. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Meat in the hole, thanks to the Prime sub. Wisdami Salami, thanks for 300 bits. I think we're up to date right now on all shoutouts, but if I missed one, then my apologies. It was not intentional. I'm getting a little bit lucky there. It's Nico. Almost got another goal past him. He's just passed the ball off the near post, and he needs to stop doing this because OSM's getting free counter-attacks and making it quite tricky to save, but Nico does get the save anyway. He's had a couple of those. He's so smooth at getting those saves while being on the back wall, but making it really quite last second as well. I'm impressed. And another incredibly last second save by Nico. He wants to wait and make sure that the ball is not going to hit off the rim and trick him, but my goodness, does he know the limits well. An outrageous stop. He's still ahead by 1 goal. OSM, by the way, just in case anybody's forgotten, is also very high rated in hoops. He's currently top 10 in the hoops leaderboard, so this isn't like OSM's completely out of his comfort zone trying something brand new. He has been playing a bit of hoops, and he wanted to take on the top player. See how he could get on. It's a pretty close game so far, but Nico has looked like the player with the better chances. OSM actually gets a bump on him though. Can he make something of this? He's flip reset and it's going to go in. I'm not sure if the flip reset was used for anything useful. But what I will tell you is that Nico wanted to use the back wall again, and OSM didn't go anywhere near the back wall. It's a really good shot selection by OSM, just dropping it in the front of the goal here with how far back and how much Nico's been using the back wall for his saves. We don't mind seeing him do that a few more times. Actually, OSM might have a chance to seal this one. He's got the air dribble and he's going to rebound it in on 1 second.
Johnny can't wait for your dream.
What a turnaround, rather. Not turnaround. I'm trying to say change and turn at the same time over here. What a turnaround by OSM. He's just got the first lead that he's had all game, and it's with 1 second left. That is a pog for me, and he's going to take the game 1 as well, dipping it into the floor. Nico started off looking like the much more organized, much more calculated and experienced of the two players, but OSM found a way back in there. He was patient, and then he took his chances. Elephant G, thanks to the 30 months in a row tier 1. My goodness, that's a lot of months. And cheers to the 8 months from Super Slimy, also a ton of months. Johnny, can't wait for your DreamHack casting. I also can't wait. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to casting DreamHack. Should be good. It's been a while. It's been a year and a half since I casted DreamHack, actually. Hey, Starkiller, glad that we could meet once again. It's good to see you. All right, let's see if Nico can remedy the situation that just occurred. He does look like he's going to go for every single kickoff. He hasn't missed any yet. OSM, on the other hand, has decided to let a couple go. Nico's stealing the boost there, but OSM's just faster the two players to the ball. And Nico caught a piece of OSM, and it looks like that is going to give him a first goal. As OSM was sent way out of the play. I didn't realize just how far. Oh my goodness, OSM got destroyed with that bump. He got the ball before Nico, but put himself in the firing line to do it. Good hitbox on the kickoff by Nico. He's looking for the boost steal, and he'll get it. OSM actually off at the side of the field, and Nico's going to take another early 2-goal lead. Where on earth did OSM go here? He's decided to go way back, and Nico did not waste any time. I don't think OSM realized just how quickly Nico is going to get shots off there. Y2J, thanks for the 11 months. I appreciate that. OSM this time will catch the ball on the back wall.
Stream as always. Thumbs up, heart, 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 heart. Love you, Johnny.
The way the brides say these are. Cheers to the Chosen Beast 1 for the Twitch Prime sub as well. And that's right, yes. I saw a couple of people chat questioning if this is accurate information. It is. I am going to be casting DreamHack Leipzig. Looking forward to it. Should be good. Nico 3-0. This is the exact same scoreline as he had last game. OSM with a little bit of a miscalculation how long the match was going to be. Nico's 13:39 in ones. Okay, that's like Grand Champ barely. Oh, is that? I don't think that's top. Is it top 100? Actually, it might be. I'm not sure. So OSM trying to get a double touch off the rim this time. That's one thing I don't expect Nico to do wrong, is calculate the size of the goal, calculate the size of the rim, and whether or not a shot is going to be hitting said rim. So OSM rolls it towards the net. He's got the ball past Nico again, but it's an awkward spot. Nico's actually saved up a lot of boost. That's a good turn as well. If he'd given OSM any more space, it would have been dangerous. You never know, OSM might have been able to squeeze a shot past him. Nico's missed the boost actually in the corner. He needs to be careful here. OSM can't just take a long shot like he would in a regular 1v1 match, but still an awkward spot for Nico, who is into the air quickly to challenge OSM. He's looking for a slow air dribble. 3 goals in it still for Nico. This time just a ground shot, no air dribble needed. He's got a 4th goal past OSM. And I'm really glad to see him just going for a ground shot here. For a second it looked like he was going to go for an air dribble. But what is the point in that when you could just bang in a shot, force a bad save out of OSM, or at least a difficult save, an awkward save, if nothing else. And even if it doesn't go in, it's a good chance he'll be able to follow up with something spicy. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. OSM finally gets on the board. Well-placed shot to the outside of the net with the boost advantage. This was never going to be easy for Nico to stop. What up, Nicolor? How you doing? It's good to see you, mate. Nico looks like he's fairly set on this one kickoff strategy that he's been doing a few times as he hits a rim here. OSM did pre-jump for it. Not expecting it to hit the rim. We're going to do meetups at DreamHack. Probably not any official meetup because I'll be busy casting the whole weekend. But when I'm on breaks, you can probably catch me. You can come and say hi. I don't know if the casting area is going to be close to the audience area, but we'll see. Well, I'm sure we'll make it work somehow. It's a good little comeback there by OSM. He's brought this one back to 2, and he might get a 3rd goal here. Look at this from OSM. He's styling on Nico. Not for the first time this series. He's managed to rebound it in off the edge of the rim this time. That's outrageous. And Nico might have seen the first shot hitting the rim, but he didn't think there was going to be a second one immediately afterwards. 1 goal in it. Nico's still looking for kickoffs. The OSM will take the possession. At some point I wonder if Nico will just fake a kickoff and then try a shot on the ground. A bit more power on it maybe. For the time being, he's got to worry about OSM scoring more goals, because that looks like it's what's going to happen. This time Nico does get in the way with a good save. It's the 2nd game in a row that Nico's gone off to a very, very large lead and then lost at least most of it. OSM playing keep away. Turns with 43 boost to try and get his 4th goal, and he'll put it on target. Nico's there for the save this time. What's the event I'm casting? It's called DreamHack Leipzig. The first Rocket League DreamHack event of the year. There's going to be 4, I believe. What up, AODN? How you doing? Good placement of that shot by Nico, by the way. It's got to be mentioned. The far right-hand side of the goal was easily the most open part of the net. For Nico, I'm still a little bit concerned with how these games are going. If he can't hold on to these leads because he keeps losing them. And I do think OSM's got a really good chance to take this whole series. He's looked, well, he's got the comeback potential for sure. And you know, once he does get in front, I'm sure he's going to be pretty difficult to break down, because he has had the more defensive of the 2 players when it comes to posturing. Nico with a delayed touch. It's going to be saved this time by OSM, and a fast recovery and shot into Nico's net. Saved by Nico. He's got 0 boost. He's wave dashing for more. This time he does not see that the rim had him covered. It doesn't matter though, because he's gotten away with it. OSM threatening a demo, manages to steal the boost, and he'll put in a shot before Nico can get there, I think, but it is going to go in. Nico actually almost caught that one. It's a nice play there by OSM to threaten the demo and keep Nico away from that boost in the process. The play for Nico would have actually been to jump into the boost, jump over it rather, so he could avoid the demo and get the boost. It's the only way he could stop OSM from stealing it and then shooting immediately afterwards. It shouldn't be a problem though. Nico with a hook shot, he's back in the lead by 2 goals. And we are seeing a lot of goals in this second game. OSM is being very cheeky this series. This time Nico will play this slow. I was waiting for this to happen. I figured it might eventually. It's not exactly the most comfortable place for OSM to be in, and he's passed the ball off the rim. That's a shot for Nico off the sidewall, saved this time by OSM without needing to use the rim to help him. Heavy dribble on the bounce by Nico, but OSM couldn't get anything out of the tackle other than one touch on the ball. It's 27 seconds between OSM and a game loss. Nico still threatening more goals as he shoots another off the wall. OSM needs to score right now if he wants to bring this one back. He knows that's not on target. It's going to go too far off the wall. He's got one more chance, and it has to be a goal right now. Here comes the air dribble bump. It's going to be a save by Nico, actually. Really nicely done. And with that touch, he should have secured game number 2, and we're all tied up in this best of 5. A solid response from Nico after things were starting to look a bit scary there in this second game. Not often you concede 3 goals after going 4-0 up in hoops, but Nico reacts well this time. Just going to keep writing up here. I only usually save 1 replay these days, so I hope these guys can get into their games. I know Nico has a tournament to play later. I don't know what tournament, but he said that he is going to be busy with a tournament after this show match is over. This is definitely the 2 cars for the car for OSM that's overly bright, I would say. Nico looking for a 0 boost bump onto OSM, who's had no fear when going into the air, and why would you when you've got this kind of accuracy? OSM spots an opening at the near post, and then he inserts the ball into it with surgical precision. 1-0 in 11 seconds in the 3rd game. That is the first game this series in which OSM has taken the lead. Nico looking for boost in the back corner. OSM ball chasing. He does not get into the right position. Now, can Nico set anything up here? He's going to try and get above this and then hit it back down into the net, but OSM has recovered fast enough. Zark, welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad you could catch me live today. Dunk from Nico, but OSM getting enough of it to stay safe for the time being. Nico's got to be careful. He almost ran into a demo there. I was about to say he's got to be careful for the demo. Because OSM, doesn't really matter what the map is, he'll usually try and sneak a demo in that back corner if he's in the blind spot and his opponent's getting boost. I am reborn thanks to the 5-month tier 1 resub. I appreciate that.
5 months since I joined because of your awesome casting. Keep up the good work, and I enjoyed the Midnight 5K.
The Midnight 5K, is that an autocorrect or just a name improvement suggestion?
Hoops is very odd.
Hoops is very odd, Dirty Dave. Juicy 250 bits. But the main thing I like about Hoops, one of the oddities that I do enjoy, is that open nets are harder to score. You don't just tap it towards the opponent's goal on the ground. You have to hit it that little bit harder, or you have to hit it that little bit higher rather. Get an arc on it. Oh dear, OSM's completely out of the play now. Nico might just hit the net flush here for the rebound. Yes, he will. And look at that save by OSM as well. Nico actually teaching a lot of people a strategy there, and that is if you can roll the ball up the very, I'd say, perpendicular part of the rim, or the net rather, it will go straight up. If you do it fast enough, then you can of course get it to roll right up into the ceiling and then straight into the opponent's goal. OSM with a touch that would have been left, or better left undone actually, but he's still recovering very, very fast at the moment and giving Nico a hard time with pretty much all the positions that they're in. Nico with more back wall defense. He said more defending to do this game than the others. So far only conceding 1 goal. OSM now has to be careful for the bump. He's got his eye on Nico though, and into the air he goes again for another aerial across the field. And it's 2 air dribbles out of 2 for OSM. Just over half the game gone. And he finds the second one. That's excellent acceleration at the end of that air dribble. What are you guys spamming about bean farms? Listen, I've read this spam before. Oh dear, OSM, what has just happened? Did he try and stay in goal here for this save? Oh, he's faked it. I don't exactly know what happened here for OSM. I don't think he faked a kickoff because he used boost. Why would you use boost on a fake kickoff? He must have just jumped in the wrong place, realized he's going to crash into the rim, and decided to stop flying just so he could at least try and make a save. That's got to be what happened there. Nico with a half flip into position. He's missed his half volley on the back wall though. And was that a little bit too much for Nico to go for? He wanted to catch this after the bounce to send it flying into OSM's half. He knew OSM was low on boost, but he might have had a better success rate just simply catching the ball. OSM avoids being dunked on. 2 goals in it. Remember, of OSM stealing game 1, he's got it all to gain here.
Farm has started to fail.
Alright.
Your joyful has started labor again, and we kitten you to deliver the baby. You are our only hope, Johnny. We are depending on you to not lose our family again.
Aha, joke's on you, I don't have a sister, but good try. And yeah, Brian didn't actually read out the word sister. I think he censored it for some reason, I don't know why. But when he said joyful, that was it. Nico jumped before he got to the rim and took kickoff over it rather than under. Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching. But anyway, OSM is really running away with this third game. If you're going to tell me like a specific thing that happened, it's hard for me to know like which kickoff. Like right there, you say this kickoff. Oh my goodness, the rim just dribbled OSM. Let's watch this again from Nico's perspective. Yeah, I was going to say though, if you say that somebody did something on the kickoff, I can't remember because I've seen like too many kickoffs. I can't remember which one you're talking about. That's what I mean. It just took the kickoff took forever. The one that OSM flubbed. That's a nice kickoff by OSM. Just realised that Nico's trying to block a lot of these kickoffs down low and just goes for a fast aerial above Nico. And now Nico's going to have to change it up because OSM's found a way to get the ball past him here. The fake kickoff by OSM. Nico will just run right into it, take the boost, and then try to catch OSM ball chasing, but it was a fake challenge. He's got to start getting to work pretty soon if he wants to win this next game, and that's a good start for Nico. Still a long way to go, but he has had a decent time finding his shots at least in the last couple of minutes. Why is my green screen so bad? Wait, is it bad right now? I feel like it isn't. I feel like it's working quite well. Is it not? Is it bad right at the moment? I think it's working perfectly, at least. It's working fine on my OBS preview. A chance for Nico there. He's hit the edge of the rim though. OSM gives him another look at it, and Nico's trying to come slowly with the air dribble. Those slow air dribbles haven't really worked out very often this match. It's the fast air dribbles of OSM that have been the difference between the two players. OSM looking for a double touch. He does hit the ball twice, but off target. 70 boost Nico. Another air dribble started. Another air dribble past OSM. And this time it will drop in, and it was speed that got the job done for Nico this time. He didn't wait around. He just got the touch fast enough. But not too fast that it would drop over the top of that rim on its way back away from the wall. This time OSM just goes solid on the kickoff. He's got a chance to come off the wall again, which he will do gladly. Flip reset by OSM. Gets it past Nico, but still off target for the time being. Nico trying desperately to get the ball past OSM on one of OSM's challenges, but for the most part, OSM is quite happy faking challenges. Just letting this game win itself as the countdown timer reaches 0. What can Nico do now? He's managed to bounce the ball over to OSM. Hold on a second! What a shot by Nico! He's just bounced this one in. Just inches away from OSM's car, inches over the crossbar, and just when it looked all over, he's given himself a chance with 9 seconds left, and he has the ball past OSM's slow kickoff. Can Nico make something of this? An opportunity. Gets the mind game, flicks it wide, but still OSM boost starved. It won't matter though, Nico's gone too far to the right. Still though, what a comeback by Nico. If he'd made that one work, that would have been ridiculous. He came back from, I believe, 6-1 down at some point. I'm like, oh, that's such a shame he couldn't get the last goal working, but wow, that 5th goal was something special. When am I going to get led on stream? I don't know who's even friends with Led. I don't know. Is he a streamer? Like, how would I go about contacting Led even if I wanted to? This is the problem. Arch Dictator, thanks for the Prime sub. I really appreciate that. What's the name of the headset I'm wearing? You can scroll down into the info section of my Twitch stream and you'll see the Amazon section. You can click on it there. I've made links to all of my hardware in the Amazon section of the what do you call it? The Twitch description. Now notice what OSM's doing in that kickoff. He's fake jumping, then flipping his car 180 degrees just so he can jump in the opposite direction and get back on the ground that little bit faster, all while saving a lot of boost. He needed to be a little bit faster here. He was going for his fake challenge into reverse challenge combination that we sometimes see from him, but maybe fake the challenge a bit too far away this time.
Since I caught the stream, love the content.
Bro Stack McFluff, welcome back to the stream, man. Glad you could return. Glad you're enjoying the content as well. Nico, easy as you like. One touch, no need for the second. It's 2-0. OSM with a pretty horrendous landing here. That's one of the worst ones you're going to see all day from him. You don't know who Led is, but if he has a Twitch, if you search him, Led is like some air dribble guy. I don't know if he's like currently got the world record or some air dribble world record, or he did, or like him and Gainer are fighting for it. I'm not entirely sure what the situation is. It's like Family Feud, but yeah, a lot of people want to see him air dribble on stream, so maybe we can make that happen. Bouzayed is grinding 3s on EU servers right now. Yeah, sounds accurate. Wants to try and keep his level up. Nico 3-0. This is the 3rd game in this series that he's gone off to a very, very good start. And that was actually really well placed by Nico. The fact that he's dribbling it down into the net before it's even close to the back wall kind of takes away 2 main options for OSM to even be defending with. That is, one of them is using the back wall to get the clear, of course. The second is making sure that he gets underneath that rim before jumping, which isn't always easy to do in hoops, as I'm sure most of you are very aware who have played this game mode. Nico getting bumped into the corner here, doesn't get the boost on his way. OSM can't put the shot in. The rim was blocking all of his favourable angles. Nico straight up onto the back wall, and he's easily disposed of OSM's attack that time. You like the keyboard? Looks clean. Yeah, it's just a little small keyboard. Oh dear, Nico. He's had some really good saves this game. That is not one of them. He should be stopping this for sure. Maybe expecting a harder shot from OSM. Single jump would have managed this, of course, if he had just waited a little bit longer. Hey, what up, Shifty? How you doing? Nico's still 2 goals to the good here. It's a rank 1 hoops player against rank 9 hoops player, but someone who has a ton of experience in not just 1v1 but also in show matches for Rocket League 1v1. I've got to say already, I'm impressed with what Nico's shown on stream today. It's got to be a bit of a nerve-wracking experience, not just coming on and representing himself, but also the entire ranked hoops community are relying on him to beat OSM today, and he's had a couple of unbelievable stops. He's just done it again, leaving it till the last second before keeping the ball out of his net. He's getting a little bit of help from the rim now to try and dribble OSM. Going for the fast plays is Nico, and this is going to work this time. And that is what I want to see from him. He's had a lot of success when he's just going quick and he's not waiting for OSM to make plays. Super fast double touch setup, clinical finish. And he's got a 3-goal lead with just over half the game to go. OSM still in the lead for the series. This might bounce down. It's actually gone over the bar. That's fortunate for OSM. I'll tell you what's even more fortunate is that shot and the placement of it. Almost straight into the net. Nico using the back wall again to help him out in defense. OSM was shooting off the wall, doesn't get it, but Nico lets his guard down, doesn't see the demo coming. OSM should have been scoring this. He's wasted one of his touches, taken too long, and now he's getting bumped away from the net. Nico knows that this is not a position that OSM can score from. Not quickly, at least. And he was just waiting for this moment to pounce off the back wall and get in the way of what OSM was trying to do. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, how the different shape of the net stops open nets from being so simple. It gives you more time to get boosts and reposition. Now, where was Nico going here? He just drove left to right across the field, never put a challenge in, and OSM has gone for the far corner and found it. Nico gets the ball past OSM though, not for the first time this match. Here comes the little set to himself and he puts it in. So clean. This is all planned from Nico. He knows if he can just hit that net flush, it will pop up nicely for him. You bought some bits out of your chair that you just write. Wait, is it just no? It's not a hashtag, is it? I don't even know. I've cheered before, but I've forgotten. I think you just type cheer and then you attach the number of the amount of bits you want to cheer. So you want to cheer like 100, you just type cheer 100. Nice save by OSM. But you don't leave a space. Is that right? Am I saying this correctly? Goodbye, Nico. And hello to OSM's late comeback attempt. Number 3. A very nice aerial demo there. Johnny Boy Greedy confirmed. Wow, correct. Oh yeah, Roshu, you would be the person to ask. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. There's a goal for Nico. A little bit silly of OSM, I think, to fake this many kickoffs. Not even faking it. He's just shown Nico clear as day that he's not interested in going for it. And, you know, even though that's a shot that he should be saving, it's not going to be easy to get that save. And I don't think it puts him in an advantageous position to get that save. And then have to defend against whatever Nico decides to do next. Nico deciding that the ball was more important than the boosts on this kickoff. Just wants to stay as close to OSM as possible, but OSM's read the early challenge this time, almost puts in his 4th goal of the game. You know, the longer Nico can hold on, the more likely it is we're going to have a game 5. Soon it'll be certain. Nico has this 55 seconds. He's pre-jumped very early. OSM gets it over him again, but a little bit too high. That has been a problem in OSM's last few shots. He's not keeping it low enough. Foe Soup, thanks for the 300 bits, by the way. That is correct. Yeah, if you want to cheer, just type cheer, the word, and then without typing a space, just type in the number of bits you want to cheer.
Thanks,
cheers to 250 Bubblegum.
Really helpful. Going to bed now, so have a good stream.
Alright, good night. Good night, dude. Hopefully you sleep well. Meanwhile, I've got unfinished business here. OSM and Nico not separated after 4 games. And it will be the ace match to determine who's going to win today. It's rank 1 hoops player Nico against 1v1 specialist and also rank 9 hoops player OSM. So far, I think that Nico's had the edge. If I had to, put a bet on game 5 based on the 4 games that we've seen, you have to go with Nico. But OSM does have the on-stream experience, and that might make the difference. Can Nico stay solid? Can he avoid misplays? Can he cross this finish line without messing up? It's a strong start. To the corner we go. OSM is back to interfere. Nico doesn't half flip the right way, so he's taking a bit longer to set up his next shot. Another fake challenge for OSM. This time he will collect the ball on the back wall. Nico's got to be careful here. He's set up OSM for a long aerial. You know OSM can hit those. Ball chase for Nico, and a successful one. He's stolen the boost as well. A lot of things going the way that Nico wants them to go them. The way that Nico wants them to go them. Why am I adding so many thems in the sentence? Can somebody please explain? Like I was going to say, that Nico's getting to play his style of game right now. He's not being forced back into defense too much. He's not being forced to slow down at all. Another evade on a bumper demo by OSM. Nico trying his best to stay alive here. The boost is definitely going to help him do that. Good flick by OSM, and Nico's got to be careful. He just owned gold! And that's the second time this series he's gotten a little bit ahead of himself when he's going for a save. And he overtakes the ball and cushions it into his own net. He just wanted to pop that into the back wall. across his goal, get rid of the danger. OSM was a little bit too tricky this time. It was a good flick. Yes. T. Curran, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Nico's got to be careful. He's just dropped in another goal to his own net. And why, oh why, did he fly? I reckon he could have caught this one if he just drove up the back wall, if he was intending to catch the ball, or you could just have popped it into the wall instead of kind of cushioning the blow. This is a terrible start for Nico, and it's exactly what we talked about. We're asking ourselves before this game starts, can he avoid too many unnecessary misplays? So far, the answer to that is a resounding no. There's been 2 own goals. Although they were forced misplays, they're still misplays. 3 minutes and 21 seconds for Nico to come back from. He's looking for a rebound. Squashes it down straight into OSM, who somehow read the rebounds angle. This is going to be tough to stop. OSM puts it in the front of the net. Great placement by OSM. He might be asserting his dominance on this series here. It was an unbelievable save to start this play off. Optial, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. How you doing, mate? Cheers for that. It's got to be now or never for Nico. He's trying to bump OSM here, who's just own goal himself, but there aren't too many options here for OSM. Nico is about to come in for the bump onto him. We'll take a look at what OSM saw. No doubt he knew that Nico is going to drive around and try and bump him, but certainly still a misplay for OSM. He could have cleared this a lot better than he did. Nico's ones rank is Grand Champion. I think he's at least 100 points, maybe more than 100 points behind OSM though. But if you take their points from 1v1 and hoops, I think it's actually quite close, because Nico's 100 points ahead of anyone else in hoops. He's miles ahead of the competition in hoops. 200 points ahead of OSM, who's also top 10. And hold on a second, Nico might have a second goal here. Is that bouncing in? Not quite. OSM will have to call himself a little bit lucky for that one, as Nico had the ball past him. It was only the bump after the fact that kept his net safe from danger. Half the game to go. Nico is going to be struggling to create too many chances, I think. OSM has managed to keep him back for the most part of this game, but that flick's not going to do too much. OSM should have to give the ball away here. How easily, as he's threatening challenges and reversing into position over and over again. Nico looking for another bump. He doesn't get this one. Can he find a way to get this ball past OSM? Well, OSM's just jumped into the air. That's a bit risky, but Nico is forced into a rough save. OSM did put a good shot on net. 1 minute 51 now. Still Nico on the hunt for 2 goals. OSM is just hanging on. Doesn't really care too much about scoring more goals himself, as long as he can keep Nico on 0. Both players so far this match have had good awareness of when demos are coming in. They've been caught a couple of times, but not too often. It's a nice recovery by Nico, after realising that the rebound was not coming back the way he wanted it to. Can he get the ball past OSM? Right now, OSM had a little spell of being very low in boost. It didn't end up being too much of a problem for him, as Nico couldn't do too much with the ball. 1 minute and 10 seconds now for Nico. He made a couple of big plays at the end of game number 3. Can he do it again? OSM forced into a tough save, which he does make. And that might be the difference in this game. But hang on a second. Nico somehow squashes in another rebound. I'm not entirely sure how he's done this. That is a ridiculous touch. OSM had no idea that was coming. And we do have a game in, I think it was game 3, Nico needed a goal to equalise with 9 seconds left. Well, now he's got 56 to work with, and boost and the ball. Can he make it count? First touch, but OSM is there looking for a double touch himself. The net has saved Nico for the time being. OSM's had to use a lot of his boost there, but can he get more at the midfield? Looks like he can. And here comes Nico with a flick. He's just going to try and roll this one up to himself for the rebound. It's really cool to see him making these solo plays. He's pulled this off quite a few times. OSM was ready for it. He must have seen this before from the goalkeeper perspective. 20 seconds left in game 5. Nico needs a goal to win this. OSM actually flicking this one on target with a backflip. Can Nico create a chance? Just wants to have one more opportunity to win this game. OSM is staying completely in the way and making this so difficult. Nico with the ball carry. This is it. OSM is coming at him backwards, but it's a fake challenge, and that will win the game, surely, unless OSM somehow throws this. He had the chance to drop the ball there, but he's actually going to keep it up. He's kind of accepting the loss here if Nico can't score. And he's going to score on Nico one more time just to make a statement. He could have won this game by dropping the ball, but he didn't want to play it out like that. He went for another goal himself. And that was a pretty interesting series. These guys are a really good match for each other. Looks like the show match experience combined with the 1v1 pressure management for OSM just won him the day. A couple of crucial misplays at the start of this match for Nico. If that hadn't happened, if he didn't own goal twice, then he would have had the lead going into the final minute. Still though, good fight back. He almost brought it to an equaliser. OSM was just a little bit too aware at the end of the game of what Nico is trying to do.